y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today we have a fun video for you. I'm going to show you how to create your registration marks in Cricut Design Space. Now, I've talked about registration marks quite a bit, but I've never actually shown you how to create them, or at least I don't think I have, so I figured this would be a fun video. Now, what we're using today is I'm using the little mirror that I purchased at Target yesterday. This is $3 from the Target Dollar Spot. I am also going to be using matte black Oracal 651, my Easy Weed and Wooden Pick, squeegee. I have denatured alcohol, but regular alcohol will work. This is what we're going to use to clean the mirror, and transfer tape and scissors. Now, the file that I'm using today is from the Scripture SVG bundle by Love SVG. I will have it linked down in the description box down below. And if you're interested in purchasing it, it does come with commercial license, but remember, I earn a small commission if you use my link. But first off, we're gonna go over how I figure out where to put my registration marks. So the first thing is, like with your mirror, I have just a normal flexible tape measure. I take and line it up with the corner of the mirror and flatten it out across. And my mirror is 7 3/4 inch wide. And it is a square, so it is 7 3/4 inch tall as well, as you can see. So typically when I create registration marks, I just place them in the top 2 corners. Now, if you'll give me a moment to get the camera angle changed, I will show you everything that we are going to do today. Okay, so for today's project, we are going to be using one of the files from Love SVG. I will have it linked down in the description box, but remember, if you do use that link and you purchase these, which they're $9 and it includes a commercial license, I do earn a small commission off of that. And I'm going to be using this loved file for the mirror. I think that's going to be super cute. So I've already downloaded it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Upload Files, go to Browse, go to My Downloads right here. There we go, to the Scripture SVGs. Is that one? We're going to go to all SVGs. Here we go. And there is the file. Okay, we're going to click Open. And we're going to click Save. And there's a ton of cute Scripture-based files in that pack. But I wanted to use something that was already created so that way I could easily add my registration marks. Now, as you can see, the first thing I want to go ahead and do is weld that file together. And our mirror is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. So I'm going to go over here to Shapes, and I'm going to make a big square, and we're going to unlock the image, and we are going to make it 7.75 by 7.75 tall. Okay, now let's change the color to white. Send back. So that way we can kind of see how big our design can go in that space. So let's change that to 6.5 inches. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and select both. And we're going to align to center. So now that is what it's going to look like on our mirror. So now what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go back to Shapes, and we're going to grab a square, and we're going to make that 0.5 inches, and we're going to copy and paste. Now this one, we want to go ahead and select that and the big square, and we're going to align left and align top. So now that is going to be in that top square corner of my mirror. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the other one and do the same thing again. Now I'm going to align right and align top. So that is pretty much what it's going to look like when we place it on the mirror. So now what I can go ahead and do is delete. Let me undo that. I had both of them selected. Okay, click off that. And we can go ahead and delete that big white box. And we can select all three pieces and weld it together. Now it's going to cut as one. Now let's go ahead and go over here to make it. Since we're using adhesive vinyl, we do not need to mirror this. So we're going to go ahead and click continue. It's going to take a minute. The weather, it's raining again here, y'all. So it makes the internet slow. So I just chose regular vinyl. And give me a moment to get the camera angle changed, and I will show you everything that we are going to do. Okay, so as you can see, I have my vinyl cut now. We're going to go ahead and take our scissors and trim it down. And Oracal 651 is a permanent adhesive. It's professional sign grade. I've used it for many, many years. It is good stuff. So in case you're wondering, go ahead and get that weeded. And I know since it's my wrist that's on camera a lot today, a lot of people will be asking about my bracelets. These came from Baubles and Bliss, which is the little local business that's across the street from me. And because I have done so much business with them and promoted them on my YouTube channel, they have given a discount code for online purchases for y'all to use if y'all are interested. They have some really cute shirts and the Ermish bracelets, which are super popular here in Southeast Texas. So, and I'm not sure about everywhere else, but they are very, very popular here. So if you use the code Betsy20, that will save you, or no, not Betsy20, sorry, that's a different website. Betsy5, that will save you 5% on your website. And they are a little local small business, kind of like I am. So we help each other out. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, these little teeny tiny dots, I'm getting so I can place them back on the design. Because when I weeded it, these little tiny dots came up. So there we go. I really love these Bible scriptures. They're super duper cute, and I love that Love SVG has the commercial license to go along with them. And they have some cool, unique stuff. Weed out all the little stuff. And typically when I'm weeding adhesive, I just keep everything stuck to my finger. It seems to work faster that way. But again, I don't want to sound like I'm a broken record or just an ad trying to sell y'all things. I just get asked all the time over where I purchase things, so figured I would let you know. Let me grab the one little dot that's on my finger still. This is the period that goes after 1 John. It's some sticky vinyl, let me tell you. That's part of what I like about it. Move that into place. And I decided to use the matte finish because I think it looks a little bit more elegant than just your standard glossy vinyl. But the only problem that I have with the Oracal 651 at this point is all of their matte finished vinyl, 3, 6, 7. The only two colors that they have in matte finish in the permanent adhesive line is black and white. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. That's part of the reason why I love these, because it makes it so much easier when you have those squares on the vinyl on the transfer tape, which the vinyl, the transfer tape, the pick, squeegee, all that fun kind of stuff are available on my website if you are interested. Now, I didn't cover the entire thing, so instead of wasting another piece of transfer tape, we're just going to cut a little section out from here. I like to do this. And we're going to clean the mirror after we get all this masked and ready to go, because that way nothing gets stuck to it. There we go. Now, take my squeegee. Make sure to squeegee down really, really well. Now, this part you can use scissors for, or you can use an X-OXO blade. And typically what I like to do is trim really, really close to the edge of the squares. So that way whenever I place this on there, we can get really close. So just take that. This line doesn't have to be perfect. We're more concerned with the corner up here and the corner over here. And this does add some time to your design, but on the same hand, you're not sitting there wondering if you got it lined up. Okay. There we go. So see, that way, as you can see, when I remove it, it will line up perfectly in those two corners, and then we know it's centered. So now let's go ahead and clean the mirror. Just using denatured alcohol. Hey, as you can see, there's fingerprints and crud all over it. And I like to use these they're made by Scott's. I buy them at Sam's here locally in Beaumont, and because I buy a buttload of them at a time, because they don't leave lint and stuff behind. Just make sure, I like to make sure it's good and clean, especially when you're working with a mirror. Okie dokie. So now see, that's all nice and clean. Let's pop this off. It'll make it easier to lay down. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is fold back that paper just from the guides. Doesn't have to be perfect, because it will be in a moment. Okay. See, there we go. And there we go. So now see, that's stuck to the mirror. Now what I typically do is, this is like the hinge method. Pull that back. Take my squeegee and hold this tight and start from the center and squeegee it straight down. And then work your way out. And as you can see, I just use my fingers to squeegee over the registration marks because I want to be able to remove them pretty easily. So there we go. Look how cute that looks. So I see one little issue that I have with this. So we're going to try to lift the L. You see how it has that little baby wrinkle in it? Pull it back to that spot. Don't want it to flip. And just kind of work it down with my fingers. There we go. And now you can't see the little wrinkle in it. Now we're going to go ahead and remove our registration marks. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention the name of this stack. Anyways, the Hermes bracelets come in a stack of 5. They're $35 for your basic Hermes sets. This is the Clover set for St. Patrick's Day. I went and picked that up. I'm absolutely in love with this. Again, they will be linked down in the description box. If you use the code Betsy5, you save 5%. But if you do use the code, I do earn a small commission, which is kind of nice since I spend so much money in there anyway. But anyways, look how cute that turned out. Isn't that absolutely amazing? So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos. You can probably see Nadia laughing in the background because since it's a mirror, you can see. Anyways, don't forget to check me out on all my social medias, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, as well as my second channel, which is just Betsy Gocher. I do all my makeup stuff there, crafting for Disney, keto and CrossFit, and lots of miscellaneous things. But I guess that's it, so we'll see you on the next one. Bye.